Hello my dear students, today I am going to teach you comprehension passages. Students, what does the word comprehension means? The word comprehension means an ability to understand the meaning or importance of something. So that is called comprehension. And comprehension passages means if you are able to understand the meaning or importance of any passage, that is called comprehension passages. Alright, so now you can see here, to comprehend is to understand, as I told you. So comprehension suggests understanding. So comprehension of unseen passages help to develop a thorough understanding and self-expression. Means the main objective of comprehension is to test one's ability to grasp the meaning of a given passage properly, means to understand the meaning of the given passage properly, and also one's ability to answer in one's own word the question based on the passage. So students, now I'm going to discuss the important points that you all have to keep in mind while answering questions on an unseen passage. First, very important point, that read the passage carefully and try to get a general idea of the subject it deals with. Means before attempting the answers of the question which are based on a passage, it is very important to read the passage very carefully so that you can get the general idea of that particular subject. So second point is, read the passage once again, this time more thoroughly, and make a mental note of the details in it. So students, it is very important to read the passage at least 3 to 4 times, and you have to read it more thoroughly and make a note of the details of that particular passage in your mind. Third point, your answer should be brief and as far as possible in your own language. So students, you do not need to write a long story while writing the answers. Try to write the answers briefly and try to write those answers in your own language. Next point, which is also very important, that while answering questions, do not add anything from your own side. Don't express your personal views unless you are asked to express them. Students, whenever you give the answers of the questions which are asked in the passage, you should not use anything from your own side unless you are asked to do so. Try to write the answers which are based on the comprehension. Next point, it is possible that you may not be knowing the exact meaning of some words in the passage. So don't be discouraged. But it happens many times that you do not know the exact meaning of few words. So you don't need to get discouraged. If you read the passage carefully, you will be able to guess the meaning, and you can certainly understand the general idea of a passage without knowing the meaning of each and every word. So what you all have to do, you all have to read the passage carefully, then you will be able to guess the meaning of that particular passage. So it is not important, or it is not necessary to know the meaning of each and every word. So in brief, we can say that while attempting the comprehension passage, the 4 main points to be kept in mind, and those points are as follow. Your answers are brief, as I told you that you do not need to write the long stories, you do not need to write the long answers. Just write your answers in brief. Your answers are to the point, means whatever question is asked to you, you have to answer to the point. See, your answers are as far as possible in your own language, means you have to write the answer in your own language. Don't copy the language of the paragraph which is given, and use the same tense in answering the question in which they are asked. So students, if the question is asked in present tense, so you have to answer that particular question in present tense only. And if the question is asked in past tense, then you will have to answer that particular question in past tense, and if the question is asked in future tense, then you will have to answer that particular question in future tense. So students, if you keep these points in your mind while solving the unseen passages, you will definitely be able to solve them. Now I am going to do one unseen passage for all of you. So here you can see the passage. Read the passage given below. The Himalayas are picturesque mountains located in the northern India. They cover 2000 miles from Kashmir to Assam. Some of the world's highest peaks are in the Himalayas. The highest peak is the Mount Everest. Many peaks of the Himalayas are covered with snow throughout the year. Therefore, the name Himalayas means abode of snow. Abode means home of snow. So there are many beautiful lakes and forests in the Himalayas. Many passes connect India to Nepal, China and Pakistan. Many rivers like the Ganges, the Yamuna, the Brahmaputra, the Indus, the Satluj and the Beas follow from these mountains. The climate and scenery of these mountains is enchanting. People from all over the world come to enjoy and relax amidst the beauty of the hill station here. So students, I have read this passage once, but you have to read the passages at least 2 to 3 times. Then comes the questions, means here you have to answer these questions, and they are also given in the form of choose the correct answers. So you can see question number 1. The name Himalayas means abode of snow. Give reason. So why Himalayas are called abode of snow? You have to give answer. So students, you can find the answer of this question over here in this paragraph. Many peaks of the Himalayas are covered with snow throughout the year. Therefore, the name Himalayas means abode of snow. So from here till here you can write the answer of this question. Question number 2 is, why do Himalayas attract people from all over the world? So this answer is also given in the passage. Here you can see there are many beautiful lakes and forests in the Himalayas. That is why Himalayas attracts people from all over the world. So students, as you all have seen that I have given the answer of both the questions briefly. I did not write any story. I have not used my own sentences in order to make them long. So in this way you all have to give the answers briefly, and you do not need to add anything extra from yourself. Now B, choose the correct answers. First, the highest peak is the here you can see the answer. The highest peak is the Mount Everest. So which is the correct option? B, Mount Everest. Second, the Himalayan ranges have passes that connect to neighboring countries of India like. So here you can see the answer. Many passes connect India to Nepal, China and Pakistan. So here you can see the option Nepal, China, Pakistan. All three options are given. So which one is the correct one? All of these. So D is the correct answer. Here Mount Everest. Now third, many rivers flow through the Himalayan mountain ranges. One of these is, so here you can see the name of rivers: Godavari, Krishna, Indus and Mahanadi. So let's see. Many rivers like the Ganges, the Yamuna, the Brahmaputra, the Indus, the Satluj and the Beas. So you can see the names are given here. Which name is given in these options? Godavari is not there, Krishna is not there, Indus is there. So Indus is the correct answer of this question. Fourth, comprehend the meaning of the phrase abode of snow in the passage. So students, the answer is home of snow, because the meaning of this phrase abode of snow means home of snow. Fifth, the tourists visit hill stations for entertainment, pleasure and relaxation, sightseeing and all of these. So students, we all go to hill stations for what? We all go for entertainment, for pleasure, for relaxation as well as for sightseeing. So the correct option is all of these. So students, in this way you can solve any passage very easily. And what you have to do, you all have to do 5 worksheets in your English Muffin book and send those worksheets for correction in the school.